What's up? What's up? What's up, my mind your money business folks? Is me yet again with another video. It's Monday morning here. I'm actually off, but I am going into work to take care of a few things and probably spend a couple hours there, then come home. But what I want to talk about today are 8 stocks you need to start investing in now. 8 stocks you need to start investing in now. Disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I pretending to be one. All information on my channel and in my videos are for entertainment purposes only, and expresses my opinions, right? So please consult with a financial advisor before you invest any of your money. But what I want to do is talk about 8 stocks in particular. Again, I am not an expert, but I am going to provide you with information from the experts, because here is what I found. There are 8 stocks that's driving 50% of the entire stock market. There are 8 stocks that's driving 50% of the year's $11.8 trillion stock gain this year. $11.8 trillion this one year. 8 stocks. So you already know about the Magnificent Seven, right? That's driving the S&P 500. But they now have an elite 8 stocks in the S&P 500, including, of course, the big kahuna, Nvidia, Amazon, but also Walmart, generated a staggering $6 trillion in market value this year, says an investor and an expert from Business Daily analyst of data from S&P 500, Global Market Intelligence, and Market Surge. Wow. That's more than half the total $11.8 trillion gain by all companies in the S&P 500 this year. In other words, you just own these 8 giants. If you just own these 8 stocks, you captured most of the S&P 500 gains this year. And these stocks keep storming higher, going into a typical bullish time of the year. So despite the turn in the calendar page, investors still have much to look forward to according to history, said Sam Stovall, strategist at CFRA. Wow. The S&P 500 top value winner this year is Nvidia. I own Nvidia. Well, I own all these stocks. And I tell you, yeah. Any discussion of the year's top value creators would be incomplete without a mention of Nvidia. A king of AI semiconductors saw its shares soar 195% this year. And when you're talking about a stock size of this, when you talk about a stock of this size, some major gains result. Nvidia's market value jumped more than $2.3 trillion just this year, people. So if you were not investing into the S&P 500, or if you weren't investing into Nvidia's single stock, or if you weren't investing in like an information technology fund or ETF, right? You did not see any of these gains, because Nvidia is a part of the S&P 500 and they're a part of information technology ETFs like mine, Fidelity's, right? You didn't make any of this money if you weren't investing in the stock market or investing into those types of funds or the actual single stock company. So they made more than $2.3 trillion just this year, single-handedly accounting for 20% of the S&P 500's gain. And I have made some money with Nvidia this year. I started investing in Nvidia right before it split in June. when it was going for $1,200, and now I believe the stock is like at $144, $142 a share. They did a stock split. They did a 10-to-1 split. Okay, that's more than any other S&P 500 company gained. Nvidia's gained 20% more than any other 500 companies, right? It's also more than 497 stocks in the S&P 500 are individually worth in their entirety. So there are 497 companies within the S&P 500 that are not worth $2.3 trillion. Damn. The stock carries a sky-high 96 RS rating, and analysts see huge growth still coming. Profit is expected to jump nearly 300% this year and another 127% in 2025. So is this something? Well, this is something that I am investing in 2025 in 3 different places, right? Actually 4. So telling you just what kind of year it was, Amazon.com gained $753 billion in value, but was only number 2 contributor to the S&P 500. It accounted for 6.4% of the S&P 500's total gain. And most people know who Amazon is, but I guarantee you, if you ask the average person on the street, what is Nvidia, they have no idea what Nvidia is or who Nvidia is. Shares of Amazon gained more than 45% in 2024, giving them an RS rating of 85. Analysts think profits will rise 77% this year and 21% in 2025. I'm also investing in Amazon. Walmart, the surprise, right? Not all S&P 500 contributors this year are in the tech sector. Retailer Walmart is a surprising driver. Shares of Walmart gained more than 81% this year. A lot of you go shopping at Walmart. Some people may shop there daily, weekly, monthly. You're buying their products. You're spending hundreds and thousands of dollars in that store, and you own not one share of the company in the stock market. Wow. But either way, the 81% gain this year from Walmart added $342 billion in shareholder value, or roughly 3% of the S&P total gain. Talk about a winner. Shares carry an RS rating of 91, and analysts think profit will rise by a double-digit percentage in both fiscal year 2025 and 2026. So the total value of gainers in the S&P 500 this year, Nvidia gained $2.3 trillion, 20% of the S&P 500. Amazon gained almost $800 billion, 6.4% of the S&P 500. Apple gained $700 billion, 5.8% of the S&P 500. Meta, Facebook gained $600 billion, 5.4%. Microsoft, $500 billion, 4.3% of the S&P 500. Tesla, $400 billion, 3.4% of the S&P 500. Alphabet, Google, $400 billion, 3.2%. And Walmart, like we said, $342 billion, which is pretty much 3%, but 2.9% exactly of the S&P 500. So the Magnificent Seven is Nvidia, Amazon, Apple, Meta, Microsoft, Tesla, and Alphabet. And now they've added they've added Walmart. And they're expecting Walmart again to rise by double-digit percentage in both fiscal year 2025 and 2026. So those are 8 stocks, people, that you should consider investing in. Here's the kicker. Because here's the thing. Tesla stock. Very expensive, right? Most people may not have the money, or they may not have enough money to buy all of these single stocks. And you don't have to, because Tesla right now, I think either way, Tesla right now is on fire. Tesla closed out on Friday at $389, and that's a lot of money for most people, right? So if you don't have that type of money to invest in Tesla, let's say Tesla, well, not let's say, but Tesla is going for $389. Meta, right? Meta stock is, one stock of Meta is $623.77. So that's already $1,000 right there just for those two companies. And that's one share of Tesla and that's one share of Meta. Let's go to Amazon. How much is Amazon? Amazon, for one stock, one share of Amazon is $227.03. What about Alphabet? Google. Oh, wrong. Hold on, give me a second. Google right now is going for $174.71 a share. Right? Microsoft. How much is Microsoft? MSFT is the ticker symbol. It's $443.57. How much is Apple? Apple is $242.84. Nvidia is going for $142.44. That's a lot of money for these individual stocks for those that are new to investing or may not have much to invest each month. If you only have $500 to invest a month, you're not going to be able to get all of these stocks. How much is Walmart stock? Walmart is going for $95.70. But here's the thing. You don't have to buy all of those stocks individually. You can invest into an S&P 500 ETF like SPLG. That's the smart thing about the stock market. And then here's the thing. You don't have to worry about, okay, should I buy Meta or should I buy Amazon? How much money am I going to make, if I buy this one or if I buy that one, how many shares will I be able to buy? You can buy an S&P 500 ETF. And within that ETF, you have those companies within it. Within SPLG, you have Amazon, you have Meta, you have Microsoft, you have Walmart, you have Amazon. You have 500 of the largest company packaged into that single exchange traded fund. And SPLG is going for $71.52. So as these companies make gains of 20%, 80%, whatever the gains may be, 195%, like Nvidia, those gains will be reflected in the money that you make from SPLG. And as the SPLG goes up in value. Now, would you rather buy SPLG, which contains 500 of the largest companies, for $71, or are you trying to buy, Tesla for $389? For one Tesla stock, you can pretty much get 5 SPLGs, and you will still make the money. So here's the thing: say, like they mentioned for Nvidia. Nvidia has made 195% this year. Year-to-date returns for SPLG is 27.94%. So here's the thing. So you have to remember 500 companies are packaged into this one ETF. And so the averages from the monies that has been brought back to all of those 500 companies has averaged out to be 27%. Still not bad. Now, if you wanted to buy Nvidia, sure, go for it. But you're not going to, you make more money by buying good growth stocks at a lower price. Again, SPLG. Then I also have what I call FTEC. And then what you could do is you could Google, you can just go right here to Google, right? And you can say what companies are a part of the S&P 500. And they will give you, you can find all these stocks. It says Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, Broadcom, Eli Lilly, Berkshire Hathaway. That's the, I almost said Bill Gates, the other guy. I can see his face with the glasses, the older guy, Warren Buffett's company. You know, you can find out what companies, and then it gives you a breakdown also of what's a part of those companies. It can be information technology, healthcare, financials, consumer discretionary, communication services, industrials, energy. Is a mixture of companies. You know, ExxonMobil, United Health Group, Visa, Johnson & Johnson, JP Morgan, MasterCard, Procter & Gamble, Costco, Pepsi, Adobe, Merck. I was just looking at Merck today. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, but either way. And so yeah, I have the S&P 500 and I have some of the individual stocks. You know, you should only do what you can afford to do, but make the most out of your money. If you don't have a lot of money to invest and these single stocks are too pricey, and if you only own one stock, right, and you know, you're not going to make much money off of that one stock. You know, having the more stock you own and the compound interest, because some of these companies pay dividends, and so the dividends are, you know, are distributed, you know, evenly based upon how many shares you may own, you know, so on and so forth. But again, I don't manage the fund. I let the experts manage it. Now, if I want to take a chance and buy individual stocks like Nvidia, Apple, Broadcom, that's on me. And then if Nvidia goes down and tanks, I just lost all of my money that I invested into that individual stocks. But if I invested my money solely into the S&P 500, if Nvidia tanks, the managers of that fund will just pull the Nvidia company out of the portfolio and replace it with another valued company that's doing well in the U.S. So you won't lose all of your money in an S&P 500 or information technology ETF. So I also have FTEC, right? FTEC has gone up big time. It's like $191 right now, $191.73. And it consists of like almost 296 information technology companies. And within that ETF, you also have Apple, you have Microsoft, you have Nvidia. And my information technology ETF has brought back year-to-date gains of 33.48%. So not only do I have 195% gains on my single stock of Nvidia, but my ETF, which consists of almost 300 companies, information technology companies, that includes Nvidia, has brought back 33.48%. Let's just say I didn't invest, I just left all that money in the bank. My money's actually losing money because of inflation, right? Inflation is high. That's why they're lowering the interest rates. So if the price of goods and services are going up and I'm leaving, say, $25,000, $50,000 in my savings account, making, you know, 0.025% on my money, that is nothing But what if I had taken, if it was 50,000, I had taken 40,000 and I invested it into the S&P 500. Hold on. So I have my other phone here, right? Let's go to my calculator. Let's just do a quick calculation, and then I'm going to end this video because I need to go. So let's say I took that $40,000, and let's just say I invested it into this FTEC Information Technology Fund, and I made 33.48% year to date. We're not even done yet. The market still will go up. In my opinion, I believe it will go up because November and December are normally good months in the stock market on average. That's what history has shown. November, December, January, March, and April. For some strange reason, they skip February for whatever reason. But yeah, so I believe that the market will go up even more before the year closes out. But let's say $40,000 I had invested at the top of the year into FTEC, and I invested normal money. So 40,000 times 1.348, I would have gained $13,920 up until this point on my money. You will not get $13,000 from your bank. That's for sure. Oh, no, hold on. I did that wrong. Oh, it's 33. I did 34. 4.8. Actually, that's $13,392. Yeah. So, yeah, people, so either way, yeah, 1 point, the percentage number it gives you the total value. So like that $40,000, oh, hold on, turned into 1.3348, turned into $53,392. Or you could easily just multiply 40,000 times 0.3348, and it'll give you $13,392. But let's say you invest that $40,000 into that stock, and then you dollar cost average into that fund each month. Let's say you were putting $500 a month into that stock, increasing your shares. So that $500, let's say it just took the $500, so that's another $6,000. So you invested a total of $46,000, right? Times 1.3348, you will have $61,400 currently. That's how the stock market works, and maybe more. Especially when dividends are distributed out. Some companies distribute their dividends every 3 months, 6 months, every month. It just depends. Annually. So yeah, so that's all I wanted to talk about today, guys. 8 stocks you need to invest in now, says the experts, and they're predicting future results. Now, will the market ever have corrections where you can see a decline in a stock? Yeah, Nvidia has done it several times because I was really tracking that stock this year. Well, around the middle of this year. It has gone down, it has gone up, it has gone down. Market corrections happen all the time. That's why I'm in the market for the long haul. I'm not in it to get rich quick. I believe slow and steady wins the race. I don't need to rush. I don't need to throw all my money into the stock market hoping that I'm going to cash in and make $1 million. No. I just like to pace myself, and so far things have been working out really, really, really well for me. I think I have gains of at least like 40 or 50%, at least 40. What did I do? About 40 or 50% gains in my portfolio this year. And that's just in my my individual account. But then also I have an old 401k that I haven't moved yet. That has gone up significantly. That's about 13%. And then my 401k has gone up big time. I think I looked at it the other day. I forgot. I think it was at 24% gains. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So, like, comment, subscribe. I have to get off here. Share this video. Let me know what you think. If you think anything at all, start investing, people. You have to start thinking differently. You have to understand that the way that you think attracts what you're experiencing in life. Just understand. Again, the answer is and always have been you.